Shalom, Kol Halal Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakaha Kradash, and double honors to the apostles and the elders and the bishops of Great Millstone, and Shalom to you, hopefully elect beloved brothers and sisters. Peace be unto you in these last days. And we are truly in the last days, you know. There's so many videos being published, news articles being published, that, as the scripture states, just roughly paraphrasing, who can but prophesy? When I saw this short here, you know, there's a variety of scriptures that came to my mind, because if you're looking at the screen, it reads, "Leave me alone." This woman is yelling while police officers and ICE agents chase her down the streets. But I want you to watch what happened when her father comes out to protect her. Like literally, this is prophecy coming to pass. I mean, the scriptures tells us the Lord is going to make his elect men a hiding place from the wind. All right? What do you suppose would have happened to this woman if she didn't have someone there to protect her? As a matter of fact, let me grab a scripture here, because that's part of prophecy too as well. All right? Many of you women are going to simply be without protection in these last days, and you are going to mourn. We'll read this very quickly before I get right back to that video. This is 2nd Ezra, the 16th chapter, in the 33rd verse, and it reads, "The virgins shall mourn, having no bridegrooms. The women shall mourn, having no husbands. Their daughters shall mourn, having no helpers." So let me get another scripture for you. No, I'll roughly paraphrase it, right? But I'll grab it anyway. This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 32, verse 2, and it reads, and these scriptures are referring to the elect men, okay? That's why women are going to cleave unto us, because they're going to need protection from the coming destruction that's coming into this place, because all hell is getting ready to break loose, all right? Isaiah chapter 32, verse 2, and it reads, "A man shall be as a hiding place from the wind, and a covert." What does a covert do? A covert covers something. "And a covert from the tempest, as rivers of waters in a dry place, as the shadow of a great rock in a weary land." Now let me come back to this here. I want you to watch what happens here.
Leave me alone!
Hispanic people against Hispanic, bro.
You have this feeling that it's not going to be the last time. I think it's a persecution. Why? Because now it doesn't matter if you have papers, if you speak English, or you're citizens. It's not enough.
And I got to say this, you so-called Mexicans, you are of the tribe of Issachar. You are Issacharites, one of the 12 tribes of Israel. All right? Let me come from here. Let me go back to the scriptures. Right? This is the book of Isaiah, the 13th chapter, the 11th through the 13th verse, and it reads this, "And I will punish the world for their evil, and the wicked for their iniquity. I will cause the arrogance of the proud to cease." And the Lord is doing that right now. All right? Many of you, Israelites, Issacharites, so on and so forth, the Lord is going to bring your pride very low. "I will lay low the haughtiness of the terrible." Here's the point here. "I will make a man, an elect man, more precious than fine gold, even a man than the wedge, even a man than the golden wedge of Ophir. Therefore I will shake the heavens, and the earth shall be removed out of her place in the wrath of the Lord of hosts, and in the day of his fierce anger." And that's what we're heading into, the day of the Lord's fierce anger. I came across this other story here, and I'll leave a link in the description. This is a Benjaminite, so-called Jamaican. It states here in this article, Georgia Army veteran moved to ICE facility in Louisiana as deportation risk escalates. You know, he served this country, and now they want to deport him for multiple years. You understand? You know, ICE, you have to see the bigger picture, what they're going to be used for. All right? This devil's coming down with great wrath because he knows that his time is short. Let me come from here. Let me go right back to the scriptures. This is what the book of Job tells us. Pardon me, I'm going to grab Job next. This is the book of Ecclesiasticus. I want to read this scripture here, further substantiating that the Lord is making his elect men more precious than fine gold. And how do we know? It reads this in the book of Ecclesiasticus, chapter 2. I'll start at verse 1 and read on down, because all of this is good. It reads, "My son, if thou come to serve the Lord, prepare thy soul for temptation. Set thy heart aright, and constantly endure, and make no haste in time of trouble." And that's what we're heading into, the time period of Jacob's trouble. Well, should we be the elect, the Lord is going to be with us. "Cleave unto him, and depart not away, that thou mayest increase at thy last end. Whatsoever, here's the point, is brought upon thee, take cheerfully. Because we know some of us are going to be detained. Some of us are going to be locked up. The scripture says we're going to be like pilgrims upon the earth. We're going to have to move around, right? But if the Lord is with us, we are going to make it. Whatsoever is brought upon thee, take cheerfully, and be patient with thou art changed to a lower state. Here's the point here. For gold is tried in the fire, an acceptable man in the furnace of adversity. Believe in him, and he will help thee. Order thy way aright, and trust in him. All right? And that's the beautiful aspect of this. Okay? Trusting in the Lord. When the Lord stated, when he comes, shall he find faith on the earth. You have to consider, we're heading into a time like never before seen upon the earth. One more. Verse 8. Ye that fear the Lord, pardon me, I'm going to start at verse 7. The point is in verse 7 and verse 8. Ye that fear the Lord, wait for his mercy, and go not aside, lest ye fall. Ye that fear the Lord, believe in him, and your reward shall not fail. Let me come from here, right? I like something that Job mentioned. In Job chapter 23, verse 10. But he knoweth the way that I take. When he hath tried me, I shall come forth as gold. Beautiful. Now let's go to the book of Psalms, the 66th chapter, in the 10th verse. I like something that's written here, and it reads, For you, God, tested us. You refine us like silver. And again, I can't say this enough. The men that are being refined right now through the Spirit and the power of Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shai are his elect men. He's purging us, making us perfect. That's why in the days soon to come, these women are going to want to cleave unto us. And how do we know this is a part of prophecy too as well? Isaiah 4:1 has been coming out a lot lately. And why is that? Because it's part of prophecy. You saw the way that woman was yelling when she was running down the street from those men. She wanted protection. Okay? Isaiah 4:1, and it reads this, In that day 7 women shall take hold of one man, an elect man, that the Lord is purging and refining, making perfect, saying, We will eat our own bread and wear our own apparel. Only let us be called by thy name to take away our reproach. Right? I saw another report that women are divorcing their husbands. There's a sharp uptick in divorces spearheaded by women. You're picking the wrong time to leave your husband. But as the scripture states, many of you are going to be trodden down as Maya in the street. I want to circle back around to 2nd Ezra, the 16th chapter, and the 33rd verse, and I'll read it again just to get a little bit more off that, read off the bones there. And it reads, The virgin shall mourn, having no bridegrooms. The women shall mourn, having no husbands. Their daughters shall mourn, having no helpers. Who came to that young lady's help? Who helps the daughter? Her father. Okay? And many of you wicked Israelites, you are going to perish. And how do we know? Verse 34, In the wars shall their bridegrooms be destroyed, and their husbands shall perish of famine. Yes, famine is coming too as well. But continuing on, hear now these things and understand them, ye servants of the Lord. Behold, the words of the Lord, and receive it. Believe not the gods of whom the Lord spake. Here's the point in verse 37. Behold, the plagues draw nigh and are not slack. Let me come from here. I want to play this one more time because this is what's coming on the whole earth.
Leave me alone!
Hispanic people against Hispanic, bro.
You have this feeling that it's not going to be the last time. I think it's a persecution. Why? Because now it doesn't matter if you have papers, if you speak English, or you're citizens. It's not enough.
Come from here, and he's correct through the Spirit, because this is the persecution of the saints. And this is only the beginning of birth pains. And I hope through the Spirit and the power of Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, this quick lesson has been edifying and to the point. Shalom.